Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar.
Hello, everybody, it's the Cup.
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New Orleans Saints and the Tennessee Titans. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 5-9.
54. Yeah, I got you.
On first down, Breeze. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And all the way up to the... .46.
A gain of 21 yards.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. Throwing now is Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Airing it out deep for Smith. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pat
looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football.
Let's go. They're ready. 15 line. 15 line. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Right.
On first down, Tannehill dancing to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on first. First down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill sliding out of the pocket. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He's got him in, Corey Davis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Second and 10. Tannehill once more. And he whips that one incomplete there.
WhatsApp viewer. WhatsApp gamer.
For that time, Adam Humphries. And it's third down.
Incomplete. Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Watch the out. Watch the out.
On play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. He'll buy some time right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Charlie. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Oh, here we go. Oh. 54's Mike. Check. Watch the...
Mariota to throw for it on fourth. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the Saints will have the football back. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Following the interception here, Mariota being chased out left. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes. Retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That could really, really be demoralizing.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. That'll be complete to Cook. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play. But now, it's all for naught.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Yellow lady, yellow lady. 21.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Breeze. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch the twist. 64. Wait. Watch the safety green.
Now Breeze again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. Thomas, the intended target. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mariota. And he fires one incomplete. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a 1st down. Mariota to throw it. Shifts free at the 15.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. To throw is Mariota. He gets it to Humphreys. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Escape into pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he'll get this out to the 30-yard line. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Got him in. It's Brown. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impressed. And this is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. In for the score as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got Smith here. And he's in for 2. The fake works, and they take the lead.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it. You got a tie ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I say it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball snapped at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, you're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Again has it complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
95, 56, 56.
A former Volunteer back in Tennessee, it's Alvin Kamara. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
2nd down and goal. Mariota to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal? 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
Now Mariota on 4th down. Rolling to his right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Saints will have the football back.
Brandon, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
Looking long for Thomas. He's got a man, complete. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And once again, the Saints are back out in front.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes this a 14-8 ball game. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Tennessee Titans on a 3-game winning streak, Charles. Their offense going to get back the football here in a moment, but 3 weeks ago didn't know if they would be a part of the playoff picture. Now they're in that wild card hunt firmly at 7-5, though they would currently lose the tiebreaker to the Steelers. But a big win last week against Indianapolis, due in part to solid play by Ryan Tannehill. They also got some big plays from their defense.
The defense came into the season, people expected them to be at the least top 10. Pushing to be a top 5 defense, and they're playing to that level right now. But I also think that they figured out their identity and are sticking to it now. And that's putting the ball in the chest of number 22, Derrick Henry. 3 straight games with over 100 yards and at least 1 rushing touchdown in each of those games. That's who they're riding, and then Ryan Tannehill can throw off the play action off of it. So that's the deal. That's why Tennessee's playing well, and I expect them to continue to play well. Go to Oakland. Then they host Houston in the division, home for a big game against New Orleans, and they end the season at Houston, and that could be a division crown.
That's the thing. You play Houston twice, that could be good news or bad news. You win those, you could be thinking about that division crown. Mariota. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To the air again, Mariota. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll throw again, Mariota. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back. So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
He will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now a play fake here on first down. Now he'll let it go deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe... second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 38. CD with that incompletion. Let's look at some of the big games week 13. So these are ones that our crew, let me think of the biggest four. Let's rank them 1 to 4 as far as how big they are and what they mean. Baltimore at Buffalo, San Fran at New Orleans, KC at New England, Seattle at the Rams. How would you rank those? What do you think?
Well, this is going to sound self-serving since I'm working San Francisco and New Orleans, but to me that's the number one game because the number one seed in the NFC will be determined that week for that moment. Okay, the winner of that becomes the number one seed. I think the number 2 game, Seattle at the Rams, because Seattle's trying to maintain pace with San Francisco or become the number 1 team in the NFC West, and the Rams have to have it if they have any designs on making the playoffs. The number 3 game, Baltimore at Buffalo. Buffalo's announced its presence, that big win on Thanksgiving Day over Dallas, but Baltimore's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So, Charles, talk about a play that could prove pivotal, and I mean pivotal. That decision right there could be really costly.
Without a doubt. You talk about taking a chance there and deciding you're going to go all in, as they like to say. That's exactly what that one was, and it didn't pay off.
Yeah, inside their own territory, game tied this stage of the contest. Boy, it'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Breeze now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. Throwing now is Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Illegal touching.
Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
So after the penalty, they're back to where they started, 3rd and 10. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long,
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Breeze now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Breeze. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny McCall. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. With that incompletion, I want to revisit some playoff talk. We talked about the AFC playoff picture. Ravens and Pats on top. If the season ended, we'd be looking at the Bills in the 5 spot and the Steelers the 6. That would give us wild card games of Bills, Chiefs, Steelers, Texans. You give the Titans, Raiders, Colts, or Browns any shot, Charles?
I give the Titans a shot. They get Houston twice in the last 4 games of the year. And the way they're running the ball with Derrick Henry and their defense playing well, yeah, they're very confident right now. The Raiders, no, I don't give them that type of a shot. I think they're a year ahead of schedule with the season that they're having. The Colts, I do give them a shot, okay?
And a big one across here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride. When they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean, they want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Cameron Jordan, who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon. Here's Brett Kern now in punt formation, but as we've seen, that's no guarantee he'll punt the football. Back now in Nashville, it's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. Here's Brett Kern now, and no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. On the return, Harris. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Breeze now to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 25-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Breeze able to find the veteran Ginn. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Breeze to throw again. Complete. Smith has it. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
Let's go.
Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Breeze going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The seasoned vet out of Penn State, Cameron Wake, in to drop him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Now Tannehill, eluding the pressure right. He's got Lewis. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for...
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scrambler drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Backed up now from their own 4 as they come up second down. Bree's going to throw here. Looking long for Thomas. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Rashawn Sims with the INT. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Here's second and 10 now from the 35. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. And the throw there going to be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
On fourth down, Tannehill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one.
Fourth down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Thomas, the intended target. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Back to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. It's caught. Humphreys. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
One last throw here for Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Guys, game situation. Let's go. Mike 54. Mike 54.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 20/20 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, fuck the opposition, and all that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Honey, I dash, got it on.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL.
Well, Coach, while much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff, no such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Miami Dolphins and themselves.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Identity! 52's the mic. Hey, defense, let's go. Kick it up, D.
Out of his end zone, Fitzpatrick. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Devontae Parker is the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down.
That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
Fitzpatrick going deep here for Parker. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Another shot from the one on second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it...
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Vince Beagle in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold.
Well, the element of surprise was there. All right, there's no doubt about it. For us, maybe, but not for the guys on defense. An incomplete pass on the fake field goal attempt.
I guess, though, if you're trying to pick up the first in that spot, finally, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. Parker, the intended target.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Now Fitzpatrick steps away to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break. Now, this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they work this out past the 25. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, the rookie Myles Gaskin, the former Washington Husky.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And that's caught inside the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
To throw is Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be intercepted. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
You see me out here? That's right.
Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. Luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On 1st down, Laird, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on second down. Fitzpatrick. And this is Parker, complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have...
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. Hearns brings it in. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act to this first quarter. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Fitzpatrick. Oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Fitzpatrick. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 5-yard touchdown catch as they are now on the board here in the first half. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's up and good. So maybe a bit early here to try to match the 2. They're content to trail by 1 at 8-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Miami's offense comes back onto the field. Charles, they have won all of a sudden 3 in their last 5. They're 3-9 now after starting 0-7. So if you're a fan of Miami, are you upset that you've won 3 of 5 because that hurts your draft stock?
I think most fans look at the draft stock and are upset that they've won 3 of their last 5. They should be proud of this team, though. I think what head coach Brian Flores and his staff have done, if with this team, with this roster, to win 3 of their last 5, I think it's been exceptional. And to me, it bodes well for the future as the roster gets replenished and upgraded. Because now you've got a team that's setting a foundation for competing, for playing hard, and then when you get better players, now you got a realistic chance to start winning more football games. So Brian Flores and his staff, they deserve a ton of credit.
By the way, how about Jason Sanders being the first kicker to catch a touchdown pass in the NFL since 1977 in last week's win over Philly?
And what did they call that play?
Mountaineer shot.
How about that? That was a big-time move, and they did it against a team that is known for their trick plays as well, the Philadelphia Eagles. You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see it.
And look at this, another fake. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. On third down, Fitzpatrick. And he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he'll give it here to his running back. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 52 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
White 80! Rip right. Check three.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick airing it out for Hearns. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second down, looking to throw. Fitzpatrick buying time to his left. Going to look deep for Will. He's got it at the 15. A gain there of 30 big ones. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick now. Flush to his right. This is caught. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. They come out here in the eye. Fitzpatrick again to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking to get it to Parker again, but now it's 3rd and goal. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? Fitzpatrick to throw it. The quick slant caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again on offense, here's Devontae Parker now. He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe out a little bit.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense.
And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28.
Defense.
Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. A killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
To throw, Fitzpatrick. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. He was looking to get it to Parker again, and now it's 2nd down.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. There goes a deep ball. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are back within a single score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun, back and forth. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And it's player spotlight time, and we shine that spotlight. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next. Drive. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way.
And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Vince Beagle picks up his second sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Flushed out right, and he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Parker that time, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing Fitzpatrick. He's got a first down past the 30. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. One heck of a third down conversion. 33 yards. They'll run on first down. Laird. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage. Anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay. Okay, so front side guys good, yeah. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Fitzpatrick. And this one's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. They'll roll him out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
To throw on 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The offense stays put. They've failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Now Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half, Fitzpatrick going deep here for Parker. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. Plus